Today we're going to revisit the beaver trap video. This is the best beaver trap in my opinion. I've used Duke, I've used Bridger, and I've used No BS. I've used Minnesota brand. I have 6 MB750s we've used before, a bunch of Dukes, and a bunch of Bridger. I've read reviews of it, people holding beaver in a 1.5 No BS. So that people are giving me kind of critique on, oh well, you said this and you said that. Pretty much any leg hold out there besides probably number 1 can hold a beaver. Okay, so the saying that, oh, you don't have any experience with any other leg holds is kind of rubbish. I have 6 of these. The MB650s, a bunch of MB750s, a couple of these that have been known to hold beaver. It's a 1.5 No BS. I have 1.5 Duke. I have a bunch of traps. Okay, but this video is going to be on the No BS. It's not 7.5, it's 7.25 from what I understand. BS Beaver Trap Extreme right here. It's one of my favorite traps. In my opinion, again, it's one of the best traps out there. I've used a few of the different traps. Someone said, have you used a CDR? No, I have not used a CDR. CDR, I'm sure I'm going to get flack for saying that, but I have not used a CDR. The base plates are welded here, which is fantastic on both sides. Center swiveled, which is going to be better for the catch, sliding down, drown, or whatever you do, or for live market or live target when you catch them alive on a long chain, whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls it something different. The levers here are big and tall, which is good because what Kendall said is these traps are made not just on spring strength, which is a lot of spring strength, it's also made on lockup. So meaning when the levers go up, it locks up and holds the animal. It's designed to lock up well. Which does not mean you can't get the animal out by simply going like this. You know what I mean, to get the animal out. It's a 4-coil, as you can see. Again, it's my favorite trap. The jaw ends have nuts on them. And on both sides, which is good. They don't need any welding like people talk about coyote traps needing. Let's see, the pan's pretty adjustable. I think that's because it's kind of based off like speculation, but it's based off of a coyote trap, and he took his coyote trap design and kind of upgraded it into the beaver trap. So the pan is kind of adjustable. If you want less pan tension, you grab the nut here and loosen the screw a little bit. I kind of like mine a little loose. It's not that big of a deal. I know on the MB650s we have pretty high pan tension. When it's a dogless design, right? And it has a locking mechanism here. It doesn't lock on top of the jaws like some other brands, but it actually locks just under the jaw, as you can see, just under the jaw, which is good. Which gives them more of a flat pan and just below the trap, so when they step into it, they go into it, versus tipping it, stuff like that. One of my favorites, though. Very good chain. It's American chain, American-made chain. It's not the import stuff. It's not. He hasn't done anything cheap on this trap. It's really heavy. It's probably around 3 pounds, 4 pounds. Very well made. As you can see, it's No BS right there. Let's see if I can get it in the light. Can't really get in the light, but No BS. It says No BS Lures KO Extreme Beaver Trap. So now we're going to set the No BS trap. The No BS Kendall Obermier Beaver Extreme. Sets in there like that. So it sets in. And these setters, these are the setters here. Right here. They're kind of big, kind of not, but they work. I like them a lot, actually. Sitting there like that. Let's tilt this down a little bit. Then you take this. Let's see. Put that on there like that. Compress them. Set the trap. Just like that. Trap set. It's night latched. Now it's not latched. This is a night latch trap. You see right there, it's a pretty big trap, 7¼ inches. I prefer the No BS just because of the way it's designed and how heavy duty it is. When I set it into the dam brake or the caster mount, some people set it like this, like that. Some people will set it like that. I prefer to set it at a slight angle, kind of diagonally. I feel like it gives me a little bit bigger bite on the back feet. And that's just the way I like doing it. Pretty good trap thing I want to add. The No BS traps are fantastic traps. They're very heavily built. You know what? If I run a short line, a small line, if I run a big line, I'll be running on Dukes or Bridgers, okay? So, buy what you can afford. Use what you can afford. And make do with it. The best trap out there is one set and run with it in the run that's being actively used and the beaver's going down and is dead, okay? The best trap is the one that has a beaver in it. Doesn't matter the brand. Doesn't matter really the size to an extent. They all catch them. Every size trap will catch a beaver. But the smaller ones catch them on front foot with if your laws are smaller regulations, or the big ones will catch them on the back foot. You can target either foot. It really depends on what you want to do and what your laws are. But 650s, the K9 Extremes, the No BS Beaver Extreme, the 750s, even the 550s would work. Bridger number 4s and 5s, Dukes, 4s and 5s in that size, they all work. So buy what you can afford. Preferably above 5 3/4 inches, so 6.5, 7.5, but make do with what you can. Just use what you can. That's all I'm saying. I like the Blyle body grips. I like the Sal Joe body grips. I like the expensive stuff because I don't run a huge line. I'm probably running about 2-3 dozen traps. Okay, and I've done that since around 2011. So I have a few years, you know, 9 years or more. But if I ran a huge line and I didn't trap if I trapped public property, I'll be using Duke and Bridgers. I trap all private property. So I don't have to worry about theft. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So I run the expensive stuff. I'd be absolutely dumb to run expensive stuff on public land or if I ran a huge line, because you'd be blowing so much money on something that could be done with cheaper traps. Personally, I just like more expensive trap. But each their own. Have a great day.